Alright, y'all. So here's the deal. I'm about to share the uncomfortable truth about dating a single mom. Now, I've seen it all over the internet, and I decided as a single mother, let me just be honest. Let's get into it, family. I'm telling on myself, but it's all good. Number one, you will have less availability. Can't be too flexible with the scheduling. It is what it is. Number two, there will be more expectation. When a child is involved, you are dating intentionally, you're gonna be looking for more. Because it's not just about you, it's about your babies too. Number three, this goes along with the last one, more picky or pickier. Not sure which one is grammatically correct. Number four, more intentional. There will be less games being played. Can't speak in extreme, but I would assume most women that have children are gonna be way more intentional. Number five, the potential of more responsibility. If it goes well, you'll be a stepdad. So it does come with more. Number six, the potential of more baggage. Number seven, may be way more mature to the increase of responsibility of caring for a child.
Care of their child, provide for them.
Bro, you'll get no pity here, man. Dudes like you dating single moms, all y'all doing is breathing new life into an old hoe. For no reason, man. Bro, let this be a snapshot of your life, man. She put your shit in garbage bags. Bro, instead of take care of her kids, you should have bought some luggage. Because it's a foregone conclusion that your ass gonna hit the road at some point, man. Let me explain something, bro. Guys like you be building these single moms' confidence, man. Y'all start dating them, all of a sudden they're like, oh, men do want me. Next thing you know, she's looking for something better because she only settled for you because she thought nobody wanted her. Welcome to life, my boy. You got rent-a-daddy, bro, and now you're homeless because your lease is up.
Life takes a sharp turn when the consequences of your decisions hit you square in the face. Just take a look at these single mothers. I can bet my last dollar that every single one of them jumped ship at the slightest hint of trouble in their relationships. And you know what? Studies actually back this up, showing that a whopping 70% of divorces are initiated by women. Imagine a woman with 4 kids deciding to call it quits. Does she even have a clue about the uphill battle she's signing up for?
Everybody keeps thinking that I'm handling this divorce so well, and I'm not. I'm not okay. Next week would have been our 9-year anniversary. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do with myself. I didn't want this. I never wanted this. And it hurts and it sucks and I'm okay. So this was my first Christmas as a divorced single mom. You want to know how it went? So I worked from 10 p.m. till 10:30 a.m. Christmas Eve into Christmas morning, and I came home and then I went to sleep and I didn't wake up until an hour ago because I had nowhere to be and no one to be with. And all of my friends were spending Christmas with their families, so I slept. I feel like I'm alone in feeling like this, and it really sucked. So I got stood up, and I really just kind of want my kids. If maybe you would bring the kids to come and I can just do it with them instead.
One of the hardest things I've had to learn over the last couple months that I've been doing the alphabet dating is that dating as a single mom of 4 in my 30s sucks.
Welcome. Let's be real here. A woman with 4 children would be light years better off compromising on a few things with her partner rather than heading for divorce court. Because once you've got a family, your decisions should revolve around what's best for your kids, not what boosts your ego. That, my friends, is the key lesson modern women need to learn. No matter where you are in life or what age group you belong to, never forget that marital bliss isn't a guarantee. Women seem to constantly need validation, which I personally think is just a lame excuse for not being content with who they are at different stages of life and not being in control of their emotions. Here's a fun fact. Women are the ones pulling the plug on relationships 80% of the time. And if they've got a college degree, that number skyrockets to 90%. Oh, and here's a kicker. If a woman earns more than her man, their chances of ending up in Splitsville shoot through the roof. That's the harsh reality, folks. For men, divorce can spell the end of everything they've worked for. Their money, their dignity, their lives as they knew them. But for women, it's just another way to show off how independent they are, and now, how they're rolling in cash, probably securing a nice little income stream for the rest of their days. Let's face it, the legal system is heavily skewed in favor of women, using men's hard-earned resources to fund their lifestyles indefinitely. Many women have never truly been aligned with their partners in their life goals. There are numerous cases where women strategically marry wealthy men, only to divorce them and live off the alimony without ever having to lift a finger for the rest of their lives. The most common reason for divorce is a lack of commitment. Marriage is a challenging journey, and success requires both partners to be fully dedicated to each other and committed to making the relationship work. It's no surprise that a lack of commitment can lead to the downfall of a marriage. In fact, a staggering 75% of individuals and couples cite lack of commitment as the primary reason for their divorce, surpassing even infidelity. Speaking of infidelity, it's another major cause of divorce, with 60% of couples citing a partner's unfaithfulness as a reason for the end of their marriage. When a marriage is built on the promise of monogamy and one partner betrays that trust, it can irreparably damage the relationship. Some women have manipulated men into marriage only to later strip them of their resources. Much credit is due to the men's movement, which has allowed men to share their stories and shed light on the true nature of some women. It's a fact. No matter what men and women achieve, the fundamental laws of human nature remain constant. Some things are simply meant to be, and no amount of effort can change the inherent truths of men and women, their roles, and how they live. For many modern women, statistics, data, and studies seem to hold little sway. Just take a look at their online tirades about older men preferring younger women or expressing a desire to remain single. You might question their sanity. They often accuse us of speaking from an ideological standpoint, but the truth is, they're the ones misinformed. Men are simple creatures, seeking love, admiration, and respect. Women, on the other hand, seem to expect perfection from every man, despite all the talk about equality. But do they strive for it themselves? The average woman desires a tall, handsome, wealthy, and charming man. Yet she often neglects to work on her own inner beauty, personality, and character. As they say, what's on the inside eventually shows on the outside, leading to a sense of entitlement and ingratitude. These self-centered women demand that men fulfill their every wish for life. Ironically, feminism seems to have constrained women while liberating men. Why? Well, women are disproportionately found in lower-paying jobs, understand the harsh realities of the job market, and are often fearful of aging. Despite the stark reality of this statement, many women struggle to accept it due to their societal conditioning. Schools, media, and the entertainment industry actively promote the idea that women should delay marriage and starting a family, instead encouraging them to focus on education, careers, or even casual relationships. When referring to partners, it often means casual flings and one-night stands, rather than long-term commitments. This societal conditioning is potent and harmful. Modern women who buy into it will fiercely defend these beliefs, often combining them with messages from institutions, influential figures, and corporations, often ignoring what truly brings them fulfillment. They're conditioned to seek instant gratification, craving immediate happiness, wealth, fame, luxury, and comfort. They often demand perfection in their partners while offering little beyond their physical presence. However, the reality is that more people marry each year than divorce. Divorce statistics only reflect what happens to marriages that end and how and when couples decide to part ways. As for the famous statistic that half of all marriages end in divorce, that's accurate but only applies to first marriages, half of which do dissolve. Second and third marriages actually have a much higher failure rate. When marriages reach their end, it's often after a significant amount of time has passed since the wedding. On average, marriages last about 8 years before ending in divorce. The process of divorce itself is not swift. Contested divorces can take over a year to finalize, while simpler cases can be resolved in as little as 3 months. However, the financial cost of divorce is substantial, with couples spending an average of $7,000 to dissolve their marriage. Despite the end of a marriage, many individuals do not lose faith in the institution of marriage itself. Statistics show that 64% of men and 52% of women choose to remarry after their first marriage has ended. Divorce can have surprising and long-lasting effects on individuals. One such consequence is an increased risk of premature death. Divorcees face a mortality rate of 1,363 per 100,000 compared to 779 per 100,000 for married couples. Men, in particular, experience a higher mortality risk after divorce, with rates of 1,772 per 100,000 compared to 1,095 per 100,000 for women. The division of assets, particularly the family home, is often a contentious issue during divorce proceedings. In 2022, 53.4% of divorced individuals owned their own homes, while 46.6% were renters. It's crucial to recognize that the state of marriage reflects the state of a nation. Strong families are the cornerstone of a healthy society. Contrary to popular belief, women do not mature faster than men. Instead, they excel in social dynamics, which are heavily rewarded in school settings. This disparity in reward systems can influence outcomes in adulthood. From a young age, girls learn that they possess something desirable to men, and often use this knowledge to manipulate them, a behavior that can be seen as predatory rather than mature. While men could also exhibit predatory behavior, societal norms and laws tend to suppress such tendencies in men. The perception that boys are slower to mature may stem from teachers who, consciously or not, stifle boys' natural talents. In ancient times, young men at 18 were composing symphonies, building war machines, and conquering nations. Marriage is no guarantee of everlasting happiness, regardless of age or stage in life. Women often seek constant validation, which may indicate a lack of contentment with themselves at certain stages, and a struggle to control their emotions. It seems that modern society has lost sight of the gravity of marriage and divorce. The ease of obtaining no-fault divorces has led to women ending partnerships and subsequently facing financial hardships. This, in turn, can result in a challenging upbringing for their children, who may then harbor resentment towards society. This cycle of consequences can seem never-ending, like a chain reaction of negative outcomes. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.